Thank you, Dean. And now to read the plaque for you of Mike Nemesvary. Born in Glasgow, Scotland in 1961, Mike Nemesvary is one of the most successful freestyle skiers in the world and a pioneer in his sport. Representing both Canada and Great Britain during the 70s and 80s, he won 3 World Cups, 18 World Cup podiums, 3 European, 11 Canadian, and 5 British championships. A plane accident in 1985 left him a high-level quadriplegic, but Nemesvary never gave up. In 2001, he became the first quadriplegic to drive around the world a 6-month, 40,000-kilometer, 20-country odyssey to raise awareness and funds for spinal cord injury research and rehabilitation. Nemesvary a complété à l'automne 2001 une tournée autour du monde où il a parcouru 40 000 kilomètres dans 20 pays pendant 6 mois afin d'informer le public et recueillir des fonds visant à développer des technologies améliorant la liberté, l'indépendance et l'acceptation des gens vivant avec un handicap. Si vous pouvez ignorer le fauteuil roulant, vous pourrez voir un futur rempli de buts et de réalisations. Translation: if you look past the wheelchair, you will see a life still full of goals and accomplishments. Have a look at the video. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, Mike Nemesvary.
That's great, thank you. Thank you very much for that tremendous welcome. I think I'd have to concur with you, Dean, that Tom Deacon, that is, was quite adamant. He said, Mike, you've got to be 3 minutes and no longer. And I sort of have this caricature coming to mind of Tom Deacon with this long telescopic cane, and he's going to shoot it out on the stage, flip my power wheelchair on, and get the joystick and drag me back at exactly 3 minutes and 1 second. So the stopwatch is going now, and remember, I like time as well. So, but we'll do our best, Tom. It is indeed an honor to be recognized by the Ottawa Sports Hall of Fame for my achievements. And I'd like to especially thank the selection committee for including me alongside such an impressive alumni of athletes whose accomplishments I've looked to and admired when, as a young teenager, I dared to dream that one day, with singular purpose and focus, with a tough work ethic, and maybe a little luck, I might come close to achieving my lofty goals. My hat goes off to my fellow inductees, Bob Rathwell, for all your hard work and unselfishness behind the scenes to develop local soccer into the unbelievable level of participation that your sport enjoys today. To Stevie Yzerman, you've inspired more than a generation of young hockey players to believe in themselves, and that even when an American team wins the Stanley Cup, there's still a strong Canadian component. But Steve, I can't be up here without saying don't rest on your laurels, boy, because I'll be at the game against the Wings along with 21,000 other raving fans tomorrow evening. We'll be doing our utmost to knock you and your Wings off your perch. Well, this evening I'd like to thank all those individuals who believed in me and supported my goals. And to those who didn't, well, you know what I found out? There's lessons to be learned that even the critics can help to teach us some lessons and help to fuel us on to move forward. But I'm here to thank the people that do really count. And in particular, to my late father, Les, to my mother, Marta, sister, Jackie, my brother, Ray, to all my coaches, mentors, and fellow competitors, including Mike Abson, Johnny Johnson, Michelle Daig, John Eves, Murray Clough, Steve Hambling, Dave Clark, John Ross, Chris and Melanie Simboli, Chrétien, Carl Hanlon, Chuck Heidenreich, Brad Milne, Bruce Eves, and my middle school teachers and my high school gym teachers, who are always known by their surnames, and I never knew their first names, so they will always be Mr. Richards and Mr. De Sousa. To Sam Sullivan, Randy Waugh, Andy Straban, Dave Ross, and to Pete Morrell, my personal trainer. To some of you in the media who followed my career for better or worse, including the late Brian Smith. We know you're up there, figuratively, and I think for real, you're up there, Brian. To Bob Ferguson and Martin Cleary. Finally, to the three ladies in my life who are there when it really counts, my Mary Ann, Sassy, and Amaria, who are at home tonight. You know, I'm fortunate in some respects that I can't feel my hands, but I can still use my arms to make the most out of my body and what I have now. And I was working out as I do on my arm ergometer, which is really like a bike machine for the arms. And I was thinking about, you know, what really resonates with me and what could I leave with you this evening. And it started to come with me about, 25 minutes into that 30-minute workout. And I think for me the most pivotal and life-changing moment really did come at age 24 when at the top of my sport I broke my neck on that trampoline and was rendered a high-level C4-5 quadriplegic. But what I really discovered is that in the midst of such a life-changing injury, that many of the characteristics that allowed me to compete, excel, and eventually become victorious in sport had prepared me for my greatest challenge in life, which is living with a spinal cord injury. You see, sport taught me that we all have a wealth of hidden resources and strengths. I've learned to focus on the positives, not the negatives. And with determination, you can always develop a new game plan. Importantly, sport has instilled in me that you have to have the courage to risk and ultimately make the most of what you've been given, regardless of the obstacles along the journey. Thank you for this tremendous honor. I'm proud and I'm humbled beyond words.
Mesdames et messieurs, number 19, numéro 19, Steve Yzerman.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I expect this same warm welcome tomorrow night from my beloved Detroit Red Wings when they step out on the ice to face the dreaded Senators here. First of all, I think it's very important that I thank the sports writers here in the Ottawa area for nominating me to join to be elected into the Ottawa Sports Hall of Fame, and to the Board of Trustees of the Hall of Fame for deeming me worthy of this great honor. Second, I know there are a few of the previous inductees here tonight, and what a privilege it is for me to be honored in this way and to join you in the Ottawa Sports Hall of Fame. As you all know, and as you've seen some of the names flash up on the monitors, there's, over the years, tremendous athletes have been produced through the Ottawa area, growing up, played here and move on and played in other spots. So it's a tremendous honor for me to come back to Ottawa and be elected here into the Hall of Fame. For my fellow nominees here tonight, Mike, I can tell, as a young boy here in Ottawa, I followed sports. This was back before the internet, and only one hockey game on Saturday night and hockey night in Canada. I followed my sports through the Ottawa Citizen, and I didn't read much at school, but every day I read the sports page of the Ottawa Citizen, and it brought a smile to my face to see, to read my fellow nominees and Mike being inducted along with me, because I did follow his career as a skier, and it was a great pleasure to meet him here tonight. And I think you were all, as I was, inspired by his words up here. He's a tremendous role model, not only for children, for adults, anyone disabled. It doesn't matter. He's a tremendous role model for us all, and is a great example of what perseverance and determination you can accomplish anything. Mr.